Welcome back. I'm Calvin, Statue Fanatic, here with another episode of Collected on a Budget, the show where I show you some really cool collectibles that you can collect and not break the bank. So today we're going to take a look at John Wick. This is a Gallery Diamond Selects figure that was debuted last year. I think it was New York Comic Con. It was one of them. I don't remember, but I do remember seeing it. We took some video of it. It looked really amazing at the time, and now it's finally out. It's been released, and I picked it up from Big Bad Toy Store. So before we get started with the review, we'll take just a brief look at the box. I actually have a second one in this box here. And the reason why I have a second one in this box is because Statue Fanatic is almost at 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And we've got over 1 million views. So that's pretty amazing as well. So in celebration of our 5,000 subscriber, when we get to 5,000, I will give this one away. But anyway, the box on the back of it, like most of the Diamond Gallery Select statues, on the back of it, it has John Wick and all of the cool stuff it does. Top window box, side window box, front window box, and the other side window box. And that's the box. All right, let's talk about the damn statue. So anyway, again, just like all of the Diamond Select statues, this is no exception. Diamond Select, these gallery statues keep just like getting better, I think. And one thing I did want to point out on the box, this was designed by Caesar and sculpted by Rocco Tartamella. And I hope I said that right because I haven't heard his name pronounced before, but I have seen his name so many times on these statues. And he is a freaking amazing sculptor, dude, on these little tiny pieces. So congrats there, man. You did a great job. So let's get into the statue and see what it looks like. Now, I'll do it once around so you can see. It's not just a statue, it's an actual diorama. And this was one of the interesting things at New York Comic Con or whenever we saw this, was that we saw the figure and John was like, George was like, I think it's just a figure that's $49. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think it's the whole diorama. He goes, that's a lot for $49. There were two statues like this. One with him breaking through the door with a gun, and then this one. And yeah, it's the entire diorama that's $49. And I think this at Big Bad Toy Store was $45, I think. But I know it's pretty reasonably priced. But let's talk a little bit about the sculpt of the statue, first of all. As you turn around, you can see here, like I said, is a diorama, and this is sculpted extremely well. Tons of detail and design in his suit. I mean, you can see the tie clip, which is sculpted. You can see that, and then you can see the sculpt of the tie itself. Even though it's black like the rest of the suit, it is sculpted to stand out from it, and even his shirt under there, same color as the rest of the outfit, but yet sculpted to stand out from the rest of it. And the same thing with the vest that he's wearing. And not only that, not only is the vest sculpted, the buttons on it is sculpted and painted differently so that they actually contrast with this shiny buttons against the matte finish of his vest. And the same thing with his jacket. On the side of his jacket here, you've got the pockets that are sculpted here. You've got his sleeve here sculpted, the wrinkles that are in it, and you can see the buttons that are there on the side of his sleeves. Same thing on the other side. It's just a really cool statue, and then you can see the buttons that are sculpted there as well. And he also has a gun in his hand. Now, this scene is from a very graphic scene in the second installment of the movie, where he's in this bathhouse where there's this other woman in the bathhouse, and there's smoke coming out of his guns, this resin type figure that has this smoky resin coming out that represents smoke. Something happened in that bathhouse, and I was going to show it, but I thought it might be too graphic to show, so I didn't show it. Anyway, yes, he has a gun, lots of sculpt in the gun as well, all the way down to his pants, crease. It's just really cool, man. Check, I mean, a little 9-inch statue that, if you're not into the quarter scale statues and all the expensive statues, and you want something that displays really well and sculpted really well, painted really well, designed really well. And then again, some of these sculptors that do these smaller scale statues are the same sculptors that do the really large statues that we ooh and ah over, you know, like the Venom statues and all of those statues are done. These artists do some of these small statues as well. Now, On the back of his suit, continuing on the back of his suit, a lot of sculpting and detail there. You can see the creases and everything in his jacket. And then let's go up to his portrait. I think they did a pretty decent job of representing Keanu Reeves and how he looks in the movie. He's got the little scruffy beard there and a lot of sculpt in the beard. The same thing with his hair. I'll turn this around for a second. I was really impressed with how well his hair was sculpted as well. It looks really cool. I like that. It's really, really nice. And then as we go back around, as far as paint is concerned, there's some blood splatter on his face that gives it a really cool touch. And as far as paint is concerned for the entire figure, now this little tie clip is silver, his belt clip is silver, and it's painted really nicely that the silver isn't touching the black, because if it was, you would instantly see it. So there's a great job with the painting on there. Of course, these are mass produced, so I'm pretty sure some are not going to come out like others, but this one here did come out pretty well. However, on the back of it, from being in the packaging and rubbing against the packaging, because I can actually see a little bit of paint in the packaging when I took it out, so it could have been put in there before it was dried well enough or something. I don't know, but you can hardly see it, but I can see it on the shoulder here, and I can see it just a tad bit here, but kind of looks like it's part of the outfit. And as we continue with the paint application all the way down to his boots, his shoes, there's sculpted shoelaces on there, but the shoes are painted with this really shiny finish, but that shiny finish doesn't touch the crease of the cuffs of his pants. Really cool, really neat paint job. Now, these things here, these are little candles that are hanging from this metal, what it's supposed to be metal, but it's painted to give it a really realistic metal look, which is really cool. Lots of tones and things in it like that. Kind of has this oxidized look to it, but it has little candles in there that are lit up, and then it has a base there that also sculpted. Looks really nice. A lot of texture, things like that on it. It's just a really cool piece. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles that are lit here. And the flames are painted with this orange yellowish tone with the purple candle wax. You can see they have it painted so that it looks like it's spilling down or melting down the side of the candles. And you have 2 candles that are sitting on these 2 columns that look sort of like, I don't know, Greek columns or something, but really sculpted well, lots of detail, painted really well. And of course you have the backdrop here of the diorama, which is the brick, again, painted really well. Lots of detail, texture, sculpting in that, and the same thing here on the front. This is a really cool piece. I've seen all 3 movies, and I'm really surprised at these movies because they're really good. What really surprises me about it is that how many people haven't seen John Wick movies. They're really good movies. It seemed like these movies were written for Keanu Reeves. The number 1 was great. Number 2, I think, got better. Number 3 is even better than that, in my opinion. So check it out. It's worth checking out. And this genre of movie, this franchise of movies has gotten sort of a real huge cult following now. But that is really, I'll do another once around. That is really pretty much all I have about this really cool Diamond Select Gallery statue of John Wick diorama from the second movie. So there you have it here. Now, I want to say 2 things before I get out of here. I have a friend, Jason Wilkinson, who has started doing more videos. Guys, please check him out. I'll leave a description in the below so you can check out his video. He does some really amazing reviews with his daughter. She's adorable. Love watching his videos. I think you should check out his videos, man. They're just really good. And if you want to stay on top of the latest in the world of collecting, please head over to mcecentral.com. That's Marvelous Collectible and Entertainment, where you can find some of the latest unboxings of your favorite pop culture characters, as well as reviews of those characters. You also have Seth with What's Popping. I think Seth does one of the best pop hunt type things like that on the web. So great job, Seth. And then you can check all of us out, including JR and Chad, on Monday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, US time, with that Geek Show where Chad gives us the rundown on the latest in the comic book world. So until next time, my friends, peace.